Hey friendlies, I'm Carolyn and welcome back to my RV life. Happy Easter. I hope you're having a wonderful Easter. If you're celebrating Easter and enjoying time with your family and friends, or if it's just another Sunday for you, I hope you're enjoying your day no matter what you're doing. Today's video is a video that many of you have been requesting for a very long time, and so I finally went ahead and shot it. It's a day in my life. I've done videos before about a day in my life when I'm running around town, when I'm going in and resupplying and shopping and emptying my black tanks and getting water, and I'll put a link to that video up here. I've done that before, but I've never done a video about just what I do when I'm camped, when I'm in one spot, when I'm not moving, when I'm not driving, when I'm not sightseeing. What do I do? What does my life look like? And many of you have been requesting that for a very long time. And so finally I made the video, and that's what you're going to see today. I am literally inviting you into my life and into my rig and into my life of RV living and being a digital nomad and just Carolyn's life. So I'm inviting you all into my life today, and I have one small ask before we get started. I make videos for those of you who are invested in my channel, invested in the journey, maybe even invested in me, and who are genuinely interested in what this lifestyle looks like, from the good to the bad and everything in between. And so what I'm going to show you today is the reality of my life. I'm not here to put on a mask. I'm not here to pretend it's something that it's not. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something I'm not. I am literally inviting you into my home and showing you how I live. My lifestyle being a boondocker is a little bit different than it was when I lived in a sticks and bricks. There are just certain conveniences and certain expectations that don't apply out here, and you're gonna see those as we go in the video. And so my ask is that for those of you who may be new to my channel, who've maybe never watched a video before and don't really understand yet what I'm about or what my life is about, or just the looky-loos, what I ask is that you just remember that I'm inviting you into my home and that you be kind. I do things that you probably wouldn't do. I live probably very differently than you might live. There are certain things that you're gonna see in my home that might be even a turn-off for you, and that's okay. But I hope that you will remember that this is my life and that I'm an individual just as you're an individual, and to just keep your negative and mean comments to yourself. And like I said, I'm inviting you into my home. I'm inviting you into my life. I share my life, I share my home, because I know one thing that I've learned is I am relatable. Because I'm so real, and because I don't put on a mask, and just because, you know, I'm gonna show you my dirty kitchen, you know? I am relatable, and I do that on purpose. I don't sugarcoat, I don't whitewash everything, because that would be doing a disservice not only to me, but to my audience. So just please be kind. And I hope that you will keep your unsolicited constructive criticism to yourself. And if you don't like what you see, just move on. So that's my ask. And for everyone else, all you friendly people who are kind and understand that not everything that comes to your head needs to be put on paper or on the internet. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy a day in my life of a full-time RVer and a boondocker and a digital nomad. All right, I'll see you soon. Good morning. Welcome to another day in paradise. RV living. Beautiful out. I love my morning views. Okay, time to make the bed. You want to see how to make an RV bed? This is gonna be fun. Ah, it's beautiful. Okay.
As long as the wind blows through my hair. I'll keep singing.
Ta-da!
For love to be shared.
All right. Coffee. First things first.
I'm in peace with myself now. It took me a while.
Excuse me while I take my morning bath.
It was about time. As fragile is the heart of a man. Naked as the morning breeze. Fragile is the heart of a man. Finally revealed, ready to heal.
Good morning, sunshine. Another crazy windy morning. And it's time to get to work. I need to make a video. So it's going to be a full day of editing. And my workday begins. Okay, time to work. What's going on in YouTube land? Check the comments. Make sure nothing has exploded. Make sure delete any comments that I need to delete. Jamie says, I love the new logo. Thank you, Jamie. And Kyle says, hi Kyle, I make my own barbecue tofu and it's so good. I do press it out so thin. Awesome. I don't understand how you can be so overweight and be a vegan. Carolyn, thank you. This was so helpful. I really appreciate it. That wasn't a yam you were holding. It was a sweet potato. Wow, I never knew it could be so easy to eat a plant-based diet. Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Once I'm done on YouTube, then it's time to check my social media presence, and I usually look for something to post on social media, and if I don't have a particular video to post, I will create a quote meme, and that means finding one of my pictures and going online and finding a quote and creating the meme, and then I'll post that to Facebook and read comments on Facebook on both my page and kind of scroll through the fan club and comment to as many, reply to as many as I can, and then I do the same on Twitter. And then I go to Patreon, and I try to post things to Patreon at least a few times a week and reply to every single comment on Patreon. And this is how I start my morning. Okay, it's time for a break. I'm gonna go for a walk. I need to get outside. It's time for a break. I'm going for a walk, even though it's windy. I love the Joshua trees. Windy, windy. I try to get out for at least one walk every day, but the truth is I don't. Sometimes I really do just get caught up in a project that I don't make it out. And my goal is to try to get out at least every day for at least a little bit, at least a mile, but I don't always do it. But today, since I'm showing you my day, I went ahead and did it. Oh, look at this beautiful blooming yucca. Spring in the desert has been beautiful despite the wind. Not too shabby. Okay, and for lunch I'm having just yellow lentil hummus. This is one of my favorites, and I got it on sale the other day. And so my hummus and tomatoes on a rice cake, a little bit of guacamole that I made the other day, and cauliflower and celery. And that's what I'm gonna have for lunch for now. All right, and it's back to work. I have a lot more work to do, and it's already 2 o'clock. There's no way I'm gonna get this video done today. But I'm gonna get started working on it and while I eat my lunch. And yeah, this is my glamorous RV life. What do you think so far? I'm gonna show you how I edit videos. Are you interested in that? Come on, I'll show you. This video that I'm making, I used 4 cameras, and I've already loaded some of the, you can see over here, I've loaded some of the clips into my library and my editing software already. And now I have to go through and just trim what I'm gonna use. So you'll see a lot of raw clips here. This is me getting I don't know if you can see over here, this is all the stuff that gets cut out. gonna move that on a different track because I have more. Where's my GoPro footage? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I want the scene to start with a wide shot of me sleeping. And you'll see that moves pretty fast. Okay, so I'm sleeping. I start to wake up. So I'm going to cut out that because that's too long. So I'm sleeping. There we go. I start to move. And now I want to bring in the other angle. So here we go. I'm sleeping. You can hear the birds chirping. Perfect. I start to move. And that's where I want the other shot to come in. I start to move right there. So I'm going to cut this out of the bottom. I'm going to move this over, and I need it to align perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead. There we go. We'll see what we've got here. Okay, a little off, so I'm going to move it. There we go. And now that's a little bit dark, so I'm going to adjust the color on that a little bit. I'm going to up the exposure just a little bit. Change the gamma. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And I think I want to go wide on that again. So I'm going to shorten this. Nope. And I think that's good for now.
Good morning.
Okay, that's too long. Yeah, I want to cut some of that out. And for some reason, there we go. And my ripple editing wasn't working. So
Good morning.
see? So I cut out probably only a second, but it just flows better.
Good morning. Welcome to another day in paradise. RV living.
What did I do here? I have 14 seconds of video, and I still need to fine tune it. This is just how I start a video. I bring in all the footage that I have, I pare it down. If I'm using more than one camera, I synchronize it, and then if I'm going to be doing music, then I go to my music website and go through sometimes dozens of different music clips to try to find the right one. Let's just say I'm going to set this, oh, I don't have internet right now. But let's just, if I was going to set this to music, then I have to sync it to the music. And actually, if I do that later, I'll show you. But 14 seconds of video, and how long has that taken so far? So imagine what goes into a 20-minute video. But I'm not going to bore you with that. So I'm just going to get to work now.
If you take one step, then you will be a little closer to your dream than if you stay just where you are. Keep that chin.
All right, I need my afternoon coffee if I'm going to keep editing today.
Your battles with your
Afternoon pick me up. I'm going out for a minute.
Here I am, I'm ready to
like to eat after 6 o'clock these days, so I'm going to go ahead and cook dinner and pick up where I left off after dinner. A lot more to do. I haven't gotten very far on this video at all. 4 cameras. I don't know what I was thinking. This video is going to take me forever. But I'm going to cook some dinner now. You want to join me? And this is how I figure out what I'm going to eat every night. I forage around in the refrigerator to see what I have and just start throwing stuff together. I have a lot of tofu, so tonight I'm going to do something with tofu and some garlic and some red onion. But first I have to cook up the tofu, and since I didn't prepare ahead of time and I didn't press it, I'm just gonna try to squeeze as much of the excess water out as I can, and then I'll just put it in the pan with a little bit of olive oil, even though I know I really shouldn't cook with olive oil because it hurts the olive oil when you heat it up to cook in it, but that's all I have right now. And you might notice my pan isn't scrubbed clean, and that's just part of my lifestyle and one of the benefits of not eating any animal products. I don't have to worry about stuff getting putrid and poisonous to my gut. And because I'm always conserving water, because I'm boondocking, I don't waste a lot of water to scrub everything squeaky clean. It's just not really that important to me. I would rather conserve the water and boondock longer than have completely clean pans. And sometimes I just wipe it out and cook in it again, or boil water in it to steam broccoli or something like that, and that's how I clean it. And that's just life of a boondocker. When I'm eating healthy and actually cooking a meal and not just eating something bad for me, like fake cheese and tortillas and salsa and chips, you see me on a good day, I like to have the foundation of most of my meals a good hearty green like spinach or kale. And so today I'm gonna just cut up my fresh spinach and I'll throw that in a bowl and just throw everything on top. So I mostly just try to cook most of the moisture out of the tofu, so that's what I've done. And now I'm going to add a little onion, and you'll notice I have a little composting bucket next to my sink, and it's just a little trash bag that I bought on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description, so check below. And then if I use a bag for produce, and I try not to use bags too often, but I usually have a few around, and I'll just line the little garbage bucket with the plastic bag from the produce aisle, and then I put all my wet garbage in there so that it's not just leaking on the floor out of the bag that I keep by my stove. Okay, so after I sauteed the onions in here with the tofu just to soften them up a little bit, I threw in the beans, and then I threw in a little bit of salsa, and then some. To save time, instead of fresh garlic, I used garlic powder, onion powder, and some chipotle seasoning. And now I'm just basically just trying to heat it a little bit to make all the flavors stick. I think that'll work. Oh, I know what else. Nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is fortified with vitamin B12. B12 is really hard to get for vegans, and so this is fortified with B12, and I'll throw this in at the end, and it kind of gives it a cheesy flavor. It's pretty good. It smells really good. It's got good protein in it, good carbs. I'm just going to throw it over my spinach. I like throwing hot stuff over spinach. I don't really like cooked spinach all that much. I'll eat it. Putting hot stuff over spinach cooks it just enough. I don't know. It's kind of good. And then mix it all together. It's really good. I'm going to put in a little olive oil just to give it a little moisture. It's missing something. Maybe a little vinegar. And a little bit more chipotle powder. It's missing a little avocado. All right, that's dinner. I think that took me 15 minutes. Not bad.
Fired. It doesn't say may be fired. It says shall be dismissed from office. It is a very clear and simple law that controls the behavior of all federal employees when they deal with anything involving tax law. It on television. And so this could be one of those instances where Mulvaney had absolutely no idea. I think from...
Trying to clean up using as little water as possible. Can get creative and interesting. My place isn't the cleanest. You know, I was cleaner when I had a regular house because I had unlimited water, and I don't always waste water to make sure my sink is spotless every day. It's a little cleaner now because I'm inviting you into my kitchen. Yep. All right. Now I'm going to work for a little longer, then maybe watch some Survivor. What am I watching? The Good Fight. I think I have some episodes of The Good Fight and Survivor. And when I'm done watching all those, I'm rewatching Boston Legal. And then I think I might lay in bed and read a while or do Sudoku. That's what I do at night to go to sleep. And that'll be my day. So, yeah. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me watch TV. But that's what the rest of my nights usually look like. About 7 o'clock or however, whenever I'm done working, I will sit here and watch TV. And I have, right now, for watching TV, I have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and CBS All Access, because I wanted to watch The Good Fight. So, yeah, all right. Time to relax. Okay, good night. Thanks for hanging with me today. See you tomorrow. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah. Good night.